due to fraudulent nominating signatures. Johnson, he's been in Iowa multiple times over the last several months since he announced, including last night at the Lincoln dinner. We got the end of his speech for you right here.
This is a country unlike any country in the history of the world, and by golly, we're going to keep it that way. We are going to continue to be the greatest country the world has ever known. God bless Iowa, and God bless the United States of America.
And joining us now is Perry Johnson. Mr. Johnson, thanks for being here this morning. How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
Doing good. I will say, I haven't met you in person, but I've seen you speak at several events over the course of the last couple of months. That had to have been probably, I would say, the most fired up I had seen you at the end of the speech there, I guess. So why last night? What got you going last night speaking at the Lincoln dinner, ending your speech so passionately there?
Well, I didn't have a lot of sleep that night, so it toned me down. The bottom line is that we had a great group, and as you know, in Iowa, the people in Iowa are very in earnest about their politics, and they do love this country, and we really do have a remarkable country when you think about it. And sometimes people forget the fact that we have accomplished so much in such a short period of time. We are the most innovative people in the world, and we have a soul inside us that just fires up everyone. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world, they all recognize what we have done. And I want to make sure that we keep it that way.
So when you're going around the state, when you're talking to Iowans, I'm asking this to all the candidates we're having on the show, what issues are Iowans highlighting to you? What are they most concerned about? And what are they telling you what they're thinking about when they go to the ballot box?
Well, I think my 2-cent plan does resonate. I don't think many people can argue the fact that we spend too much money, and it doesn't matter whether you're talking about a Democrat or Republican, it's really a two-party issue. Keep in mind that in about 2000, we were only a few $1 trillion in debt, and people were concerned about our debt, and now we're literally hovering around 33 trillion. Now, to put it in perspective, I want you to just think about the fact that we just wrote a check for $900 billion in interest. That's interest on our debt. That amounts to about $610 a month per person, or I mean per family in the US. Now, that is a heck of a lot of money. The problem that you run into is that they're now talking about having to cut Social Security and cut Medicare, and those aren't even going to be around for the kids later if we don't stop the spending. More importantly, the Department of Defense is probably the only reason they ever passed the tax bill, and if we cannot fund that appropriately, we put ourselves in danger. Meanwhile, China is just behind us. In the year 1998, their gross domestic product was a little over $1 trillion, and ours was $8 trillion. So we were about eight times the size of China. Now they're at 20 trillion, and we're at 25 trillion. So I think it resonates. And if somebody's in college and they want to make sure that their kids have a future, they have to pay attention to what's really happening, because inflation is really affecting all of us. You want to try to buy a home? Heck, it costs almost twice as much now as it did 3 years ago, because we have to raise interest rates to kind of poke down inflation. Then you go out and you fill up your car, and gas is twice as much as it should be. This is all caused by the government. And the government spending your money is not the way to go. I say we keep the money in our pocket and have the government spend a little less. And that's been my major theme. I also think we should finish the wall. That's something that could have been done. There's no reason that we can't do that. We know for a fact that we have a problem with illegal immigration. And it seems kind of ridiculous that we have to spend $150.7 billion on illegal immigration every year, coupled with all of the problems we have with fentanyl and all of the illegal drugs that enter as a result of not being able to control things. So we have a lot that goes on here, and I think that does resonate. So when you talk about what resonates with Iowans, I think the fact that we have inflation, the fact that they spend too much money, and the fact that we have to get our country back to the thing that has made it great and keep Americans optimistic about our future.
And you talked about the southern border there, to a popular talking point. I think every candidate had ended up. We could expand more on that, but due to time constraints, we won't. I want to focus too on something. You're trying to get on the debate stage here in Milwaukee this upcoming month. 40,000 individual donors is needed. So you have a concert taking place in Iowa
Yes.
for people that have donated. Elaborate on that for me.
Big and Rich on August the 12th in Des Moines, Iowa. It'll run from 5 to 9. Anyone that donates, if you donate $1, 50 cents, you get the Big and Rich concert. Go to perryjohnson.com/concert. RSVP. We need to know you're going. perryjohnson.com/concert. And I want to see you at that concert. By the way, you can also see the reality show that we run on Newsmax 9 to 9:30. It's actually 9 to 9:30 Eastern, which is 8 to 8:30 Central Time every Sunday. And if you go to perryjohnson.com/backstage, you can see all the past episodes and you see what really goes on in the campaign. Now, we were at 1% in 3 consecutive polls last week. They were national polls. We do believe we will be on the debate stage, but if you donate, I'd really appreciate it, and I'd love to see you at that concert.
All right. Mr. Johnson, thank you for telling people where to go, too, for that concert and where to find it all. Hey, we appreciate you coming on this morning. Maybe we can have you in studio here sometime in the future.
I would love it. I'll be in Iowa again next week.
Gotcha. All right, we might see you out there. I'm usually at different political events. So, hey, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Hey, folks,
Okay.
stick around. We got another hour of local news when we come back.